Jin, if you don't take the responsibility, why you take him, huh? And if you take him, you take to take care of him. How can you leave him like this? Jin, relax. See, he is already worried for Jimin. Jin, what worried, Namjoon? If he is worried, then he don't leave him, and he don't leave him. If you don't care of him, why you make him? Yoongi closes Yoongi closed his eyes. He can't say anything to Jin because Jimin is also Jin is also right on his point, but his word is so. Please, Jin, stay silent. Jin, speak further. Doctor, come. Yoongi, please check him. Doctor shocked to hear the word please from him. He said, and everyone sign in real life. Huh? He's fine, Yoongi, and he's also fine. Don't worry, he said everyone inside in real life. Yoongi, thank God he's fine. He holds his head. He know how much he is worried now. And Dr. Go arm went to him. Yoongi Namjoon F with him. He nodded. Jin, I don't believe him now. I don't believe him now. Yoongi see him Aram he is his and you know well when he wake up he just want Yoongi Jin. How can I trust him? Yoongi Jin Young you are scared. Think about me how much I am and I am there with him. You don't try. I know I did mistake and now I give myself you no need to worry about this. He said in low voice, Arm, don't be you. You don't do anything, okay? Yoongi didn't say anything. Arm, you come with me. He dragged Jin with him. Yoongi closed the door. He turned and see Jimin. He went to him and sit in front of him. He held his hand. He held his hand and then he placed his hand. Yoongi, I'm sorry. I am failed to be a good. He said and closed his eyes to let his tears out. Only he know how much he is scared now. And now he also understand what thing Hana can never change. ना मैं लगाना बिल्कुल भी नहीं can change. Now Jimin slowly opened his eyes and the scene come in front of his eyes. He sees Yoongi hold his hand and sit in front of him. He is crying. He's crying. Jimin becomes scared. He tried to sit on the bed. Yoongi see him. He holds his hand. Yoongi, be careful, Jimin. Jimin is showing him Yoongi. Jimin, Yoongi, Yoongi. Everything is alright. You no need to worry. Something, Yoongi. What happened? Why are you saying this? You are making me worried. Nothing else, please, Yoongi, Jimin. I'm felt to be good and a good. Please forgive me, he said. And Jimin. Yoongi Jimin, I'm so sorry. Jimin say him with confused face. Jimin, tell me something, Yoongi. What happened? Are you? He said, and Jimin realized Yoongi is himself for that. Jimin, who said this is true, Yoongi? You are the. And also, I swear, please don't cry. If you cry like this, how can I control myself? How can I face you, Jimin? I am not good, Jimin. No, Yoongi. See, nothing happened, right? Everything is fine. Then why, why are you saying all this? Huh? Everything is fine. And now we will be more careful, Yoongi Sanas. No, Yoongi, she don't know what she did, Jimin, and I don't leave her now. He said, and Jimin see him. Jimin, come here. Yoongi look at him and he went to Jimin. Jimin, everything is fine now. So now don't cry. You are my strength. You are my strength, and how can you cry like this? Huh? And you are best, Yoongi. I'm not Jimin. Jimin, I will you now if you speak something. He said, and Yoongi closed his eyes. Jimin rested his back on the bedboard. His hands are roaming in his ears. He is also so scared. But now he have to handle Yoongi. He can't leave him like this. You know Yoongi how much he wake in nights. He didn't even sleep properly in night and didn't eat. How world. He's thinking and then he looked at Yoongi who fell in sleep. Jimin smiled to see him and sighed. Jimin, he is just a small kid. Nothing else. See how he is sleeping while hugging his small little bean. He chuckled and to see him and on his hands and on his ears he uh, he also closes his eyes. They both sleep peacefully, and next day Yoongi wake up. He see how he sleep. He sit on the bed, and Jimin also wake up. Jimin, you are okay now? Yoongi, how can I sleep like this? Are you okay? Jimin, Yoongi, I'm totally fine. You no need to wait for me. I'm fine. You tell me you are feeling okay now. Yoongi nodded. Yoongi, yes. Jimin, good. Now be like this. Don't think too much, okay? Yoongi nodded. He don't want to make Jimin worried. He nodded. Jimin smiled. He ruffled his ears and on his forehead. Yoongi says, "Mini Yoongi is becoming mature now. Jimin, now I have to." Yoongi chuckled. Yoongi, you no need you to be mature. Minu, माफ कर दो. I am here for you. Jimin, well, this is also true, so you handle us both. Yoongi happily. Jimin, okay, then it's your choice. Don't search me later. Yoongi, okay, boss. Jimin, help me too. It's difficult for me nowadays. Yoongi, oh, it's okay, come. Yoongi help him. He take him in the room and then time skip. After 15 minutes, Jimin sit on the bed waiting for Yoongi to come. He's falling ready for going office. He see Yoongi is arranging his tie. He went to him and started to do his tie. Yoongi, Jimin, it's okay. I can do by myself. Jimin, huh? It's almost 7 months. I didn't do any work, Yoongi, so you don't do. Jimin, but I want to do this, Yoongi. If you said I will in front of you, he said, and Jimin looked into his eyes. He's just saying this sincerely. Jimin nodded and she done with his try and the door knocked. Jimin, maybe Jin Hyun come. Yoongi, you sit on the mashallah you sit on the bed. I opened the door. Jimin nodded and Yoongi opened the door. Jin stand in front of Yoongi. Yoongi didn't look at him and said something. He gave him wait to come inside. And Jin know he want to say sorry. Last night he's worried and also become scared. That's why he said all this to him. Jin went to Jimin and he sit on the bed totally fine looking at him with his big jaw eyes. Jin smiled to see him. Simba? Simba? Jin, how are you, Jimin? Jimin, dekha. I am totally fine. I am totally fine. I am also. किथे आ जल्दी दिखा दे उधर आ ओ चिंबो रानी बड़ी सी आनी ओके पीछे पीछे हो जाओ Jin Young, nothing happens with Yoongi is with me. He said, and Jin looked at Yoongi who's looking down. Jimin, see. Jimin, Jin Young, what happened? Jin asked from Yoongi. Jimin, no Young, tell me what happened. You know, I have so many ways to ask you what happened. Jin-san, Jin, last night as Yoongi. Jimin, what you said him as? I know you him as much you want, but you didn't said anything. But now what happened, huh? अम्मी तरह ना इधर माजे नहीं But now what happened, Jin? I said him if he can't take the responsibility, why he make his such and Jimin eyes widen. Jimin, what? He can't believe Jin said this to him. Jimin, Jin Hyung, you know what you said. Jin, I know Jimin and I don't know what happened with me suddenly. Jin looking down, Jimin didn't cry so much in night. She said she is not a good and now I understand why he's saying this. You know how he saved me. He said and Jin look at him and just tell him one who get Jin my I thought he was not with you. Jimin, if he's not with me, I am not sitting here with my he said and Jin is shocked. Jin, he didn't tell us he may also have how much it's Jimin, I thought you guys put something on it, but no. Jin, he didn't tell us. Jimin sign. He's thinking. He also don't ask what she do. Jimin, if I go to his office, he become wet just by thinking. I come here. We can't do anything now. Wait for him to come. Jimin, yes, Young Jin, forgive me, Jin Hyung, what are you saying? You no need to say sorry. It's just Yoongi. It's still on that scene. He may be feeling That's why he didn't talk with you, Jin. I know he's at me, Jimin. He will not young. You don't worry, Jin, but still I did wrong. Jimin, you just talk with him normally. Trust me, he forget everything. Jin, I know him. Jimin, so don't worry, okay? Jin, nodded. Jin, okay, leave it. I talk with him by myself. Tell me what you want to eat, Jimin. I'm not in mood, Jin. I really don't listen you. Jimin, so tell me, Jimin. I swear, Jin, I am not in mood. Jin, you know now you have to take your meds still, Jimin. I know you, but I don't want to eat now. So please, he shows puppy eyes, of course, which do not work on Jin. Jin, you dare not tell me by yourself, otherwise I make soup for you. Jimin, no, no, soup, no, I know. Third mobile chala. Please, not so. Jin, then tell me, Jimin Raman. Jin, I make soup for you. Jimin, huh? I don't talk with you. He adds, but Jin didn't listen him and Jimin make up power. Jimin, huh? No one me here expect my yoongi comes and I already start to miss him. He make up out and then he go out from them to try to convince Jin so he may make noodles for him. But we all know it's impossible and Jimin also have to know. After 2 months, Yoongi and Jimin sit on the couch. Yoongi is taking good care of Jimin and now also Jimin sits beside him. Jimin, are you okay now? Jimin, I am totally fine, you guys. No need to worry, Yoongi. Now we have to. It's your Jimin, I am so excited. Yoongi, me too. Jimin, it's that different feeling, right? When we hold him. Yoongi, you are right. Jin, okay, okay, now it's something. Jimin sign as no. And Jin signed to see him. Jin, what doctor said Yoongi tomorrow, Jin tomorrow, Yoongi nodded. Jin, oh, okay. I have to arrange so many things. Jimin, I come with you. Jin, no way. He said, Jimin, make up out to look at Yoongi. Yoongi, he is saying for your good, right? Jimin nodded and Jin smiled. Jin, oh, okay, now I am going. He go now, Yoongi and Jimin is alone. Jimin, Yoongi, if something happens there, then you take care of our right, Yoongi. Nothing happens to you. Trust me, okay? Jimin make up out and she started thinking. Yoongi phone start ringing. He go to attend the call, and Jimin is ringing, and then suddenly start. He don't know what is happening with him. Jimin Yoongi, he shouts his name and start crying. Yoongi turn he threw the phone on the side and went to Jimin. Jimin, what happened? Yoongi Jin Young. He called Jin and Jin come in the terrace, his eyes widen. Jin take him to the. I think he also um Jin called Arm and said Jim come. He go office. He also go with Jimin and Yoongi Hall drive. Jin handle Jimin and Yoongi drive as fast he can and then go in the mall. सो गई है मान सा है ना यार ईमान देख ला बस थोड़ी देर देखना 13 मिनट का हो गया 15 मिनट बस Jimin lay on the bed. His eyes is closed and Yoongi sits beside him. He holds his hand. He's so happy. He don't know how to explain. He just wants Jimin wake up. So they take them with them. They do the checkup. He's fine or not. Jin, I am so happy for you both. Congratulations, Yoongi. Thank you so much, Young. And then Jimin slowly opened his eyes. He see the first person is Yoongi. Jimin Yoongi. He holds his hand. Yoongi, are you fine? Jimin nodded. Jimin Yoongi, where is he? Speak further. The door opened. The sister come. Yoongi stand up. She holds true. Yoongi look at her, being confused. And he said, Yoongi is confused and shocked at the same time. And Jimin is sleeping. Jimin, I already know we have. I want to give you a surprise and see your reaction. Yoongi, Jimin, what? Jimin, see. Jin is also shocked. So Jimin didn't tell anyone. Jimin really? Jimin nodded and sister gave him both. So one is girl and the other one is boy. Jung is so happy. Aram come. Aram, what happened? Aram see too. Aram, you start to collect the kids to celebrate your happiness. Jin Namjin, they have. He said, Aram eyes wide. Aram, what really? Congratulations, Yoongi and Jimin. Jin, relax, relax. I'm so happy. He sudden tears rolled from his eyes. Aram and Jin leave them alone for now. Yoongi eyes become teary. Jimin, Yoongi. He call him and see Yoongi is crying. He and Yoongi see mini our little minis. He such and Jimin chuckle. Yoongi sits beside Jimin and Jimin also see and smile. Jimin, they are so beautiful. Yoongi see she's just like you. Uh, Jimin and she's like you. Yoongi, both are talking and then sister come. Sister said, can you give them to us for some times? For some times. Yoongi, everything is okay. Sister, yes, everything is okay. They must be hungry. So we tell you how you make their food. She said and Yoongi nodded. She started to tell him. So they don't do because your unit don't know how to write this. So Jimin see how Yoongi is learning. He smile and then sister make them fall in sleep. Jimin, can you give them to me? Sister, sure, Yoongi. When we go back, sister, you can talk with. He tell you, Yoongi sent him here. Sister nodded and go. Yoongi saying them. Jimin Yoongi call Jin Young and Nam Jin Hyun Yoongi. Oh yeah, he called them and they come. I am so how's my prince and princess, huh? Jimin gave them the Namjoon and Jin. They both covered their cuteness. He's just like a cat. And the second copy of Yoongi, he said, Jen Yoongi make a done face. And I am Jekyll. Everyone is so happy. Hello Jimin, how are you? Jimin fine and happy. Okay, so you can go home after 2 hours. You can go home after 2 hours and of you if you want I send someone with you so she can take care of both of them. Yoongi look at Jimin and he sign us no. Jimin, we take care of them by ourselves. Yoongi, no, we don't want it. Okay, then take care. He bought Yoongi and then go. Jin, now I take care of three of them. Yoongi, three. Jin, yes, three. They both and Jimin is also a kid. Jimin, Jin Young, he make up out and everyone chuckle. Jimin, Jin Young, I want you to decide the name of your princess. Jimin, me, but try Jimin. It's your both right. You do, Jimin. But I want you to. And what's your right, Young? You are nothing to them. Yoongi looked at Jimin with his Jimin. You both decide and tell us. Yoongi is right, Young. Jin smiled to see her. So Yoongi and Jimin are ready to decide the name, but they want Jin decide the name now. Jin Yoon from Yoongi and Ji from Jimin. Yoonji. Ji. Jimin, yes, and what about him? Yoongi, let him nameless. He said, and everyone start laughing. I'm is yours, Yoongi, so his name is Voyun. As me and Jimin decide, Jimin, both names are so pretty. They are also pretty now. I also want to feel the same feeling. She's Yoongi feeling now. He said, and Jin eyes wide and looked into another side. Jimin Hyung, what happened? Jin, nothing. He said, and take Won from Yoongi and Chico. I think I have to talk with him about this. He said, and one behind him. He take Yoongi with him also. Yoongi sit beside him, and Jimin smiled to see him. He holds his hand. Jimin, we have to handle two. Yoongi, you have to. I have three. You also. Jimin wake up out and on his spot. Yoongi, you are so cute, Jimin. Yes. And then after 2 hours, they get them and they go home. They adjust in the room, and now Jin and Namjoon think something. They go in their room and think something. Bas 8 minutes. They are in the room and both kids are in the couch. Now Yoongi and Jimin sit on the bed. Jimin is fine now. Not totally but a little bit. Yoongi, watch I sleep peacefully. and now I sleep peacefully. Jimin, I heard from so many places always cry in night. Yoongi, don't worry, they don't. They are good one. Jimin, maybe. He said to Yoongi, go for fresh up, and Jimin lay on the bed. Jimin is waiting for Yoongi to come. It's been a long time and she and with each other because he saw he can't even Jimin and Jimin always prep for this himself want but she don't, and now Jimin think he don't leave him. Yoongi come out. He lay on the bed. Yoongi, huh? You must be feeling like free from something. Jimin, well, now I am feeling something else. He said. Yoongi look at him. Yoongi, what? He asked, and Jimin see his face. He didn't care about anything now, and she care about anything. Um, and Yoonji's and they heard a crying voice. Both look at each other, and Jimin and Yoongi sit on the bed. Yoongi went to the cry and see Yoonji is crying. Jimin, I said you now. I heard they cry in night. Yoongi, wait. He started to make her fall in sleep. Jimin sign. Iman, mobile चला हैं क्या देखने नींद नहीं आ रही रुक जा चल थोड़ी देर मेरा वॉइस ओवर दे पूरी एक मैंने लाइट नहीं कहना है इसलिए मैं तेरे गला करनी बातों को समझा करो मैं क्या करूं कल मैं अकेडमी तो छुट्टी करनी है पॉसिबल है जाना सुबह उठ के पढ़ना पढ़ाई स्टडी द मोस्ट word is making her daughter fall in sleep. Wow. Jimin, how much it take? He asking Yoongi last time. Make sure she fall in sleep or not. Yoongi, she sleep now. See, I said nah, they are good. Jimin, come here, Yoongi. Why you are so? Jimin, I don't know. I just know one thing. It's my right. He said, Yoongi, no, it's my time. So didn't do anything. Huh? They again heard a crying voice. Jimin looked at Yoongi and then again Yoongi see Voyeon is crying. He carried him. Yoongi, what happened with Vo? Jimin make him fall in sleep also. He complete and Yoongi also start crying. Yoongi, maybe they are hungry. Jimin maybe. Yoongi give them their food and both are full active. Yoongi and Jimin both look at each other. Yoongi hold Yoongi and Jimin hold Voyeon. They look at each other and then Vo and Yoongi they are smiling. अरे ना तेज बच्चे हैं अच्छे वाले they don't want any new smiling. Jimin should at him. He asked innocently. Yoongi shocked. Yoongi, what are you saying, huh? Jimin saw he start crying or maybe fell in sleep. I also fell in sleep after crying. Yoongi, you both have age difference. See how much they are fresh now. Jimin, So they cancelled their plan and now they are planning with now they are playing with Voyun and Yoonji. Jimin, Yoongi, He speak in sleepy voice. Jimin, I am sleepy. Yoongi, me too. Both look at each other. Both are so sleepy and look at Vo and Yoon. Yoonji both are playing. Both put their heads on each other's shoulders and close their eyes for some time. And Vo and Yoonji start crying. They want their parents play with them. Yoongi, yeah, I didn't sleep. Jimin, me too. Yoongi holds both of them and walking in the room. Jimin is fit. They get hungry and they again feed him. Jimin, why they are so active at this time? Yoongi, I am sleeping. They fell in sleep, but now both are not ready to sleep. And then the door knocked. Yoongi and Jimin look at each other with hope. They open the door and see fresh Jin, who is smiling, and Jin smile fade to see Yoongi and Jimin look at him with puppy eyes, and Wo and Yoonji, who both are playing. Jin, it's okay, it's normal, give them to me. Jin take Woyun and Yoonjin also there's some needed stuff and she go. Yoongi closed the door, he looked at Jimin went to him, and finally they fell asleep. Otherwise, Won and Yunji. Some years passed. Now Yunji and Wu is 4 years old. They start to go school, and after them, till that Chingy and Jimin don't think about to be again. Or you said no one leave them alone. Now also Jimin is making the lunch boxes for their kids, so they go to school, and she do rest. And then someone come. And Jimin, oh Yoongi, you come. Good morning. Go and sit on the dining table. Breakfast is ready. Sorry, I write dinner. Yoongi, no, I want to stay here with you. And good morning, Jimin. Go, or your Lil will come here. Jimin, Yoongi, they are in room. They don't come now. He said, Jimin, you know very well they don't leave us alone. Yoongi, yeah, I know. He said and turned Jimin. Yoongi, but now they are not here. They heard the voice, dad, mom. बहुत ही अच्छे बच्चे हैं. Jimin shocked to open his eyes. Yoongi, what? He see Wo and Yoonji come. What are you doing, Jimin? Nothing. You both go and sit on the dining table. I'm coming with your lunch boxes. Yoongi, yeah, go. Wo, no, I don't leave my Oma alone. Yoonji, and I take you with me. She said cutely, Yoongi, I'm that time when I think to be. Wow, I am glad. Yoongi, don't you want more? Oh no, I already share. I already have to share my with Yoonji. Yoongi confused. Yoongi, which, huh? Well, of course, when I get your property, I don't want more divisions in property, he said. And Yoongi and Jimin eyes widened. Yoongi, Min, Woyun, you are my biggest. I do, and I promise I never do this again. I start to. Jimin, shut up, both of you. Leave my kitchen, he said. And Yoongi, take both of them. Jimin smiled to see his happy family. बस सोम यूंगी. बस 10 सेकंड. पूरे 10 सेकंड बस. सिर्फ 10 सेकंड. 10 भी नहीं पूरे. हाँ. So hope so you guys like. If you like, then subscribe and tell me in comments. Take care of yourself. Sarange.